everyone! My name is Charmaine Faustino. I am 18 years old and a first-year college student. I am currently taking up Bachelor of Elementary Education at Don Mariano Marcos Memorial State University, South La Union Campus. So what I'm going to talk about in this vlog is all about the study tips on how to memorize fast, easily, and efficiently. If you're having a hard time on memorizing large chunk of information in a short span of time, you will not regret being in this video. I assure you that at the end of this vlog, you will learn new techniques that you can use, especially if you are reviewing for your upcoming test or exam. Small disclaimer before I start, I will not say that memorizing is the only way that you have to do in order to ace your exam. Well, that's definitely not true at all. You need to understand the material because memorizing large chunk of information is close to impossible if you do not really understand and grasp the concept. And please make sure to take note of that. Okay, so without another further ado, let us proceed to the memorization techniques. Memorization technique number 1. Highlight and label important details. Highlighting and labeling important information and concepts is the most often technique that I use in studying. Given that individuals often remember things that stand out, colors will play an important role in these instances as well as in capturing one's attention. According to the study of Zulfikar and Mustafar, 2013, the degree of attention provided in certain things increase one's capability to remember it. They also state that the ability of the caller to increase the probability to remember certain things might depend on the attentional level it gives. That's why I have here different colors of highlighters that I use to emphasize the terms, details, and subdetails in a certain lesson. Another disclaimer, I am not saying that it is a must to print out all the given materials to you by your teachers, especially if you are in the modality of online learning. If you cannot afford to print out the given soft copy materials, I recommend you to use any word processing software or application to do the highlighting and labeling. Personally, I use Microsoft Word software if ever that I cannot be able to print out all my long handouts. In this way, I can highlight anywhere and anytime that I want using my laptop or even my personal phone. Memorization technique number 2. Note-taking. If you're having difficulties by just reading the lesson, writing it down will help you to remember the details. Studies have shown that comprehension and recall are improved when people make their own notes rather than by solely reading the materials provided by others. This is because writing by hand forces your brain to process the information in a more detailed way, which helps you to successfully store that information into your memory. Personally, note-taking is a great way for me to outline my thoughts. During the test or exam, I tend to remember the details that I've written rather than those details that I've just read. So I advise you to not just only rely or just read the materials provided by your teachers. As much as possible, create your own notes, write everything that you've understand in that lessons, and keep on doing that until it became a part of your study habit. It does not necessary to make your handwriting beautiful or creative. As long as you understand what you've written, that will do. Again, don't just read to memorize, but also write. Memorization technique number 3. Use mnemonic. A mnemonic is basically any learning technique that will help you to retain information in your memory. Some of the examples of mnemonics are making acronym, chunking information, and making acrostic. For example, let's say that you have to memorize this enumeration. Students like me usually make mnemonics by taking the first letters of the enumeration to make an acronym. So here, it would be L, C, Q, A, Q. You can also rearrange it so it is catchier. So it could be clock or C, L, A, Q, Q. If you find that random jumble of letters difficult to memorize, you can also add in the next few letters of the enumeration. So here, it could be La, Ko, Q, Ak, Q. To make it even more catchier and easier to remember, you can also rearrange those mnemonics to form something easier to say. For example, we have here Ak, Ko, La, Q, Tu, or Aculaki2. So I hope you completely understand this technique because I personally consider this as the best technique when it comes to memorizing enumeration. And if you are interested to learn more about the other mnemonics, you can visit the YouTube channel of Practical Psychology entitled Mnemonics, Memory Tricks Examples. Memorization technique number 4. Use flashcards. Flashcards are great for vocabulary terms and other important terms that you encounter in reading certain lesson. It is also effective to use if you are memorizing dates and other facts from history. In fact, this kind of technique can promote active recall, the process of actively retrieving memories out of the brain, which is considered as one of the most efficient learning strategies. All you have to do is to list all the questions or terms in the flashcards, jumble it, and try to guess the answer to a certain lesson in the flashcard that you come across with. For me, I actually use these small pieces of papers because it is way cheaper than flashcards. I only bought this for only 35 pesos and it is thicker like this when I first bought it. And I'm really glad that I purchased it because I did not only use this for memorization purposes but also for reminders, as you can see at the back. But if you are being more practical, you can also use any sheets or papers and cut it into smaller pieces depending on your needs and preferences. Again, if you blindly memorize something without a proper understanding first, then your attention is going to be extremely shallow and superficial. You may be able to remember what you've memorized on the next day, but there is a high possibility that you will forget it already in just a week, because your retention is going to be just that short term. And if you look at the big picture, it is really such a waste of your precious time. Remembering short term is not enough because you need to retrieve that information into your memory for a longer period of time. Short-term retention will going to get you through your tomorrow's exam, but it will not get you through the bar or the board exam. So it is important for us to remember to read first, analyze first, understand the concept first, and take the time that you need to absorb it. And once you've done that, memorize. Okay, so if you made this far, let me know down below your favorite memorization technique. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel if you enjoy watching this vlog. Again, this is me, Charmaine Faustino, an inspiring teacher at your service.